how a pastor wanted to knock me inside the church. Story time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing? So this isn't coming from a place of hate for pastors, because my dad was a pastor, my mom was a pastor, my sister is married to a pastor, my brother is an evangelist. Now only me no follow that lane. So this isn't coming from a place of hatred for pastors or for the church. So let's get right into the gist for today. This actually happened 7 years ago, during my NYSC. We stayed in the campground, but as soon as camp was about to start, they had to tell us to leave. So we went to rent an apartment. We were 4 girls together. We were my roommates. I think it was about 5 flats, so core members took about 4 flats. I and my roommates, we were in 1 flat, and other core members took the remaining 3. Later on, the last flat was taken by a man, which happened to be a pastor, or the pastor we are going to be talking about in this video. So at first it was just good morning sir, nothing special. So fast forward to one day, I was sitting outside and he came to meet me, and I greeted him, good morning sir, good afternoon, I cannot even remember sha. And he was like, please, can you give me your number? I like the way you do your things, like you are very calm, blah blah blah. Out of all your roommates, you are different, you are calm, this and that. So please, can you give me your number so that you can be helping me to open gates whenever I come back, because I don't come back from church on time, so I can be calling you for you to just help me and open the gate. I was like, okay sir, no problem. I mean, he's a pastor and an elderly man, so I just said okay. So I gave him the number, and yeah, they lock our gates I think by 10 sha. So fast forward, sometimes he would call me to come and help him open the gate, and I would help him, and he would say thank you, and that was it. So after a while, I traveled back home, or not like home, but back to base where I was staying, but not with my parents. So one day he called me and he was like, he has not been seeing me around, and I told him I traveled. And he was like, why now? And I was like, hunger deal, as per corpus now, that's normal. So I was like, hunger deal, so let me go home and rest. He was like, hunger care when I am in the compound. And I just laughed about it, and that was that for that call. Meanwhile, I was with my boyfriend, which we were having issues. I actually checked his phone, and I realized that he cheated with his ex-girlfriend's twin sister. I mean, his ex-girlfriend's twin sister. Like, his ex was a twin. So you guys, this one is story for another day. Let's go back to our gist for today. At this moment, I was already depressed, like I was just down. And a few days later, the pastor called me and was just preaching and just giving me some words of encouragement. I was like the man was just saying exactly what I was going through at that moment. I was like, God is using this man to talk to me. Like, it was just encouraging me, blah 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 blah, a lot. I was just happy, and I feel like, okay, maybe God don't send me Godfather, because you guys, I come from a Christian home, so I do not, like, my mind not they go anywhere at all. I'm surrounded by pastors, so my mind was not even going anywhere negative at all. So I was just like, okay, maybe God just want to give me Godfather. So let's go back to our gist. So fast forward to another day, maybe 2 days to when I was supposed to travel back to where I was serving. He called and asked when I was going to come back, and I told him I was going to come back on Friday, and he was like, why don't you come and spend time with us? Mind you, he's married, and him saying come spend the time with us, which means with his family. So I didn't even bother saying anything. I just said okay, because normally I was going through a lot, so I just needed a place to even cool my head in the first place. And since he said with us, automatically I just felt okay, maybe with his family, that's with the family, wife and the children. So my mind no go any place negative at all. So fast forward to the day I was traveling, he called and I said I was on my way, and he said okay, he was going to pick me up from the park, and I said okay sir, as per my Godfather. God. Hey you guys, a few hours later I arrived and he picked me up. I don't want this video to be too long, so if you want to hear the main gist, follow for part 2. See you in my next video. Bye.